දසනකාන්ති චූර්ණය සහිත ලීවර් ආයිෂ් දන්තාලේපය දත්වල ඇති ප්‍රශ්න 10ක් වලකයි.
The central bank has informed me that inflation has reached its peak and they expect by end of the year for inflation to reduce. That will have its own consequences and adjustments that can be made as a result of the inflation being reduced. But that alone is not sufficient. We have to restructure our debt. Our major focus now is on restructuring debt and talk with Japan, China and India. So once you talk with these countries, finish with them, you speak to the other creditors and go before the IMF board. That's the second one. If that is done, immediately there will be bridging finance available from the multilaterals followed by bilateral financial assistance. Thirdly is the fact that we have no foreign reserves. So the sale of assets, state enterprise assets, means that we'll be able to have about $3 billion in our reserves, which will strengthen the rupee further. So these are the measures that we are looking at. The issue that we expect is that by December, the fuel prices will go up due to the present energy crisis in Europe during winter. So we've got to face that. That's one issue that we have.
We saw that the State Minister of Finance revealing that certain import controls on a few cosmetic items and some motor spare parts would be relaxed soon. Can we expect more relaxations of such import restrictions anytime soon?
The ban is a temporary ban. We are an open market economy. So this type of prohibition must come in only when there is a crisis. We are facing that crisis. As a result, we put thousands of items on the list of import bans, but that is to be revised regularly, also based on the fact whether there is an improvement in our foreign exchange position. In the first round, these are some of the items that have been identified, but in future, as the foreign exchange situation improves, there will be further relaxation on the import ban.
According to UNICEF, Sri Lanka ranks number 2 in the second highest rate of acute malnutrition among children under 5 in South Asia. Would like to know your opinion on this and how you are planning to eradicate malnutrition from Sri Lanka.
Firstly, the food security scheme to ensure that food is available to everyone, and that we back up the systems where people don't have money. So that's the first issue. Secondly, stabilizing the economy and ensuring that people have sufficient income to live. When you do both these, that you will be able to find a better environment. And next year, there will be more food shortages in the world. So what we have to do is to get ready for what's going to happen next year.
Are there any plans to restructure the youth parliamentarian system and give better opportunities to youth?
Our idea is now to incorporate the youth parliament by an act of parliament. But before that, there will be a committee which will get ideas and the representatives of people on the youth parliament, consider that, make recommendations to the government, and based on the recommendations, we'll bring the new laws in. So that's the time for you all to discuss how the youth parliament should be restructured. It's good that we need this as a platform, and recognition by law itself is important. So if you have a restructured youth parliament on one side and 5 youth representatives on each of the oversight committees, now we are ahead of many other countries then in regard to youth in government. So we've got to encourage it, and I have no doubt with the Jana Sabhas, a large number of young people will also come up. So again, we are opening up the opportunities for people to express their views. We've asked Mr. Karujayasuri and others to come up with the draft of the law for the Jana Sabhas.
What is your message to today's younger generation? Any specific action plan to get their contribution to the development of the country?
Why should I get their contribution to the development of the country? Why are they waiting to be invited?
Yes.
We were never invited. We grabbed the opportunities that came. As the inheritors of the future, they shouldn't wait for invitations. I think they should come in and grab the opportunities and go ahead.